Clope and NKTelco Minster welcomes you to this broadcast of basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Elementary School where the Minster Wildcats take on the New Knoxville Rangers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All-Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Cargill, and NKTelco are fine sponsors here at Minster, where it should be a big MAC matchup between these two schools as they both occupy first place at 4-0. Along with Jeff Henshin, I'm Dave Kanapke. Jeff, you look at the Knoxville Rangers. You know, the state championship volleyball led into a very good basketball season as they're ranked number 9 overall at state, 12-1 on the season.
They've done a really nice job. They're scoring the ball a little bit better this year at 47 points a game. Defense has been phenomenal, giving up just 24. Now, have beaten some teams here recently pretty bad. They're going to have a big test tonight against a higher quality team in Minster and see if the defense can kind of put those similar numbers up or at least try to slow down the Wildcats, but got to keep the offense chucking away. Got to find people that can score.
The Minster Wildcats, they're 9-4, also 4-0 in the MAC. Had a little bit up and down earlier as they had a lot of change in the personnel from last year. They're coming off a big win, couple big wins over Parkway and Ottoville.
Exactly. Ottoville is a good powerhouse. They beat them by 20, and I think Parkway's a big win too. I've circled them earlier in the year. That was, I think, their first league loss. They've got some young talent and a lot of skilled positions that they're good at. Minster won that game 61-52, so Minster's been putting up the points as well as of late. They average 44 a game and give up 39, but I think they're playing much better basketball here lately for Coach Mike Wiss.
Yeah, for the Wildcats, you have Ellen Escher averaging 11.5. You have Casey Albers at just under 10 points a game. And then for the Rangers, you got 3 players in double figures as you have Ellie Gable at 13.6, and then Avery and Carson Henshin just under 13 and 12. So it should be a good battle for the first place in the MAC between these two schools. Minster won the MAC last year. They won it 2 out of the last 3 years. The last time New Knoxville has won the MAC was back 2013.
Oh, 13. Got you.
They also won in 2006 under the direction of Tim Hagemeyer, who happens not to be here tonight.
Yep, out with sickness tonight, so assistant coaches will fill those roles, and we'll see how that goes. I'm sure notes have been shared accordingly, and film meetings, if you will, have been been handled through the phone.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clope Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clope.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? NKTelco Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. NKTelco is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at NKTelco Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with NKTelco.
A big matchup here between the 2 first-place teams in the MAC. Minster and New Knoxville are 4-0, and they're right behind 3 other good teams. Marion Local, New Bremen, and Parkway are all at 3-1 apiece. So
yeah, still a long way to go. Some of these teams still have to play each other, so a lot to be determined. Tonight's game, win or lose, isn't going to guarantee anything other than someone's going to have their first loss of the season in league play.
Now our starting lineups brought to you by Sydney All-Glaze Audiology. Knoxville Rangers 12-1 overall, 4-0 in the MAC. Starting off senior Haley Flutterjohn, averaging 7 points a game. Number 4, 5'10 senior Avery Henson, 13 points, 7 rebounds a game. And Carson Henson, a 6'1 senior, 12 points, 8 rebounds a contest. Melissa Waterman, another senior, 5'7", 3 points a game. And rounding out, Ellie Gable, just at 14 points, under 14 points a game, leads the MAC in threes and also in assists. Head coaches normally Tim Hagemeyer, Matt Gable, and Court Flutterjohn will be filling in tonight. Veteran assistants on guard for the Rangers. Now for the Minster Wildcats, 9-4 overall, 4-0 in the MAC. Starting off number 14, 5'10 sophomore Lily Barhorst, averaging 7 points a game. Point guard on the team, number 4, 5'4 junior Katie McClurg, averaging just 7 points a game. Number 10, a 5'9 junior Casey Albers, averages just under 10 points a game. 5'7 junior, number 13, Morgan Sparks, athletic player, just under 4 points a game. And then the leading scorer, number 20, 6' senior Ella Mesher, 11.5 points a game. Head coach for the Wildcats, Mike Wiss, in his 6th year at the helm of the Minster Wildcats. Jeff, we're got a minute here. Let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Let's start with the Rangers.
Well, they need to stay out of foul trouble. They don't have a very deep bench. They do have Rebecca Leffel back tonight. She missed the last game with sickness, but basically 7 players, so they can't pick up early fouls. They need to get to the free throw line, and they're usually a pretty good free throw shooting team. Like to score and take advantage of points there at the line, and they need to play with a good solid D. I mentioned only giving up 24 points a game. They'll have a better offensive team to defend tonight, but you got to keep those same principles and stress that good defense against a better Minster offense tonight.
Now for the Wildcats.
Well, Coach Wiss wants to make sure that Gable and Avery Henson don't get going. Force someone else to make plays. They want to rebound like you want to win the game. Go after it. Don't give the Rangers second looks. And be careful of the Rangers defense. That's really pretty good. Make sure you don't get caught in the jump trap situations. Pass the ball rather than dribble, and make the Rangers work harder on defense.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. There's a lob to Gable to Henson that rolls in for the hoop and the harm. A chance for a three-point play for the senior, Avery Henson.
One of the few times that she's been able to finish those type of shots this year. Has been fouled numerous times and seemingly gets hit so hard, not able to get the shot to drop. That one barely crawls in, but Ranger will take it. The foul goes against Ella Mesher, and Henson hits her free throw where she's a 65% free throw shooter.
Rangers as a team shoot 70% from the free throw line. They lead a lot of the MAC shooting categories that we'll get into a little as we go along.
Have struggled from the line a little bit over the weekend against Houston, just 10 of 21 I think it was. A game that they didn't maybe quote need the free throws with a big win, but still usually stable. Good free throw shooting and good defense from Coach Hagemeyer's squads.
And there is a steal by Flutterjohn, a long pass trying to go to Albers. Flutterjohn backs it out. All seniors in this starting lineup for the Rangers. Down to Avery Henson. She draws a foul on Mesher.
That's 2 of them on Ella Mesher in the first 52 seconds. So tough break for the Wildcats as Mesher tried to time the turnaround jumper by Henson and picks up her second foul quickly. But yes, 7 seniors, and basically those are the 7 that play. They have some support players. You can play 6 quarters a night now, so they have some support on the JV girls coming up. But really, the 7 seniors do all the main minutes.
Avery Henson among the league leaders. She's first in steals in the MAC, second in field goal percentage, and also assists, and third in field goal percentage. So overall having a fine year, and she's got a fine start to this game.
5 quick points, long way to go, but for New Knoxville, maybe the bigger key is Mesher with the 2 personal fouls, and she'll stay in the game for Coach Wiss. So leading scorer for the Wildcats, 2 quick fouls here, and she'll have to be very careful on defense.
Mesher coming off a big 21-point game against Ottoville on Saturday night, where she scored almost all of those real early in the game.
Then Minster won that game by 20 again against an Ottoville team historically that's pretty good.
Yeah, probably not one of the great teams that are right at 500, but they jumped on them, had a 21-2 lead after the first quarter, and rolled from there. Probably one of their best games of the year. Minster splits the defenders, drives, too strong. Gable on the rebound.
She does a lot of work, Minster does, being a right-handed player, scoring and attacking from the left side. Usually players with the right hand want to do it on the right side, but Minster, not that she can't do it on the right, but really does a nice job from the offhand side.
Waterman gives it over to Flutterjohn. They find Gable. She'll have to bring it back out. Gable, first team All-MAC 2 times in a row. There's a pass in the middle. Minster comes up with a steal.
Good defense as Gable tried to hit Flutterjohn going back door. Some hands got a touch on it, and the end result is a Ranger turnover. Good defense by the Wildcats.
McClurg, good point guard, but will shoot when she's open. Minster averages 11.5. Albert's just under 10. Barhorse has been getting more playing time. Has been inserted in the starting lineup of late as she has the ball. She'll kick it out. Find McClurg to the hoop. And she'll shoot 2 foul shots.
Good cut by McClurg. I thought maybe she might have got a little bit of an extra step in there, but maybe it was just a catch and a good cut to the basket, like a layup attempt. The foul goes against Carson Henson, her first, team's first, but a nice move by McClurg, going back door and getting a nice pass. I believe it was from Barhorst.
McClurg hits her first one. She's among the league leaders with 34% on her threes. Averages 6.6 a game. Our officials today, Brian Schoonover, Curtis Bigelow, and Daniel Cook. As McClurg converts on both of them, cut the lead to 5-2 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
Good possession for the Wildcats. They get points, which they needed. Also pick up a foul against a Ranger team. Again, it's not real deep. Every little foul, if you will, could add up potentially. A long way to go in this game, and Minster did a nice job. And again, good hands on the ball. That's twice now they've touched it. First one caused a turnover. This one out of bounds. Rangers will reset.
Minster's usually fairly deep. They've had a couple of injuries and sickness of late, so probably go about 7 or 8 deep. A little miscommunication. Pass goes out of bounds.
2 turnovers for the Rangers now. A chance here for the Wildcats after falling behind Dave quickly 5-0 can cut into that lead here and make it difficult on the Rangers on the offensive end, which they've kind of done the past couple of possessions.
Sparks gives her to Albert. She likes to shoot from that spot. There's a nice pass to McClure. Rolls out. It bounces on both sides of the rims. Avery Henson clears the boards.
You're supposed to get those rolls when you're at home. There's a nice pass, nice cut. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in.
Henson drives to the hoop. The ball's tipped away. It'll be a jump ball on the floor. Possession arrow will give it to the Wildcats.
Turnover to Knoxville. It looked like Henson had a nice avenue. Whoever got the hand on the ball really made it pay off, because if not, she's probably going to the rim for a high percentage shot. Instead, it's the third Ranger turnover.
Clerk brings it up. Sparks on the right wing. Minster wants the ball. She's able to get it, guarded by Carson Henson. Down to Barhorse, turnaround, rolls in.
Got the hop that time, nice turnaround jumper. I should say they got the bounce that time, and Barhorse, a tough defender. She's a lengthy player. Remember her on the volleyball court. She jumps well as Gable scores, but that's a tough stop against Barhorse if she can catch and go up that quickly.
Barhorse came off the bench for a lot of the season, but the last few games she's been in the starting lineup. Nice shot there by Gable. She used a little English off the glass. The bank shot as that's tipped out of bounds by Henson.
She's one of the few girls, if you will, in the league that can penetrate and make things happen and maybe not get a traditional layup, but can step in between defenders and step through and like scoop it up and in. Good control with both hands.
Number 3, Rebecca Leffel into the game, averaging just under 6 points a game. McClurg will do a 3, nail it.
Nice move. She cut through the lane, saw the Rangers were hedging big time, cut back out. The Rangers couldn't recover in time, and a big shot for the junior point guard.
We are tied at 7-7 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Flutterjohn. Carson Henson will try the 3 and bury it.
Good ball movement, and they got a nice pass to Carson Henson. Could catch it in rhythm, didn't have to stop and drop. In rhythm, good release. Back-to-back triples for each team.
Sparks will give it over to Casey Albers, her classmate McClurg.
Mesher's done a nice job after picking up those 2 fouls in the first 52 seconds. Rangers really haven't gotten a chance to go at her, if you will, but they're going to leave her in, and that's Coach West trusts that she can control it now and not pick up that third one here already in the first quarter.
Mesher on her way to play basketball at Findlay next year. Recorder tries to get it down to Mesher, knocked away by Avery Henshin. In the game, number 12, Lindy Hemmelgarn, another junior. 6 seniors on this team. Mesher, the only one in the starting lineup.
6 seniors from Minster, 7 for the Rangers, so a lot of 13 girls that are playing their last season of high school sports. They've played together since junior high, so they know each other pretty well, obviously.
Melissa Waterman checks back in. Yeah, you always think about seniors. They played each other for a lot of years, even much before the junior high in some cases. There's a lob over to Barhorse, able to catch it. She bobbled it at first. Mesher almost traveled. Coming up on 2.5 to go on our First National Bank scoreboard. Mesher to the hoop. Tried to find Barhorse, but she was a little late as Mesher thought she was cutting to the hole.
Well, she had a nice move. I thought she was going to the basket. Nice, quick dribble. And, she's a physical, athletic frame as Mesher. I don't know many girls that really want to get in front of her. She chose to pass it, and the cutter didn't cut maybe where she thought. It results in Minster's second turnover of the quarter. New Knoxville 3 turnovers.
Hesitation drive. Gable not able to hit the bunny. We'll have a jump ball that will stay on the New Knoxville side.
Team offensive rebound. The Gable, we talked how well she scores. Tough break there. It was kind of a slashing shot, if you will, not straight on. It goes deep, and Knoxville able to get the offensive rebound.
Flutterjohn's 3 off the mark. Alyssa Niemeyer in the lineup. Senior, number 23. She's posting up on the block on the right side. Hemmelgarn. There to Niemeyer. Looking for somebody down low. Tries to drive. Goes off of a foot and a turnover to the Rangers.
It might have gone off her own foot. I'm not for sure, but definitely did not bounce on the floor cleanly. And I believe Gable there for New Knoxville able to pick up the loose ball steal.
Flutterjohn backs it out. Guarded by Hemmelgarn. Minute 40 to go. This battle for first place in the MAC. Left-handed shot, tough shot, and Gable wills it in.
Well, she's 2 for 2 shooting left-handed shots, 0 for 1 shooting a right-handed shot. All 3 of her attempts have come right around the rim.
12-5 matches the
12-7.
12-7 matches the 5-point lead they had early, and there'll be a jump ball as Gable ties up McClure that will stay on the Minster side.
Gable does a nice job. Maybe not in a 40-yard dash going to beat many people, but boy, in the half court, those first couple of 2 steps, she is right there with you and is smart enough not to commit fouls. She plays aggressive defense, and for the most part, for the Rangers, she doesn't commit fouls when she's putting a lot of ball pressure. And she's come up with a lot of steals this season. You mentioned Avery Henshin at 3.5 steals per game. Gable right behind her at 3.2 steals per contest.
Niemeyer tries to drive.
Yeah, got the Rangers out of balance.
Now she's in some trouble as Henshin just takes it away. Gable looking for a teammate. Head up.
Under a minute to play, yep.
Trying to work off the screen. Step back 3.
I think they called it a 2. He pointed to the ground.
Henshin falls away with the rebound. Rebound Niemeyer. Hemmelgarn down to Niemeyer. Nice steal by Carson Henshin.
Be careful of the trap.
There's Gable. Rangers lead a lot of categories. They're first in defense in the MAC. They're first in field goal percentage, first in free throws, and also first in three-point percentage. That's a lot of firsts. And they're hoping to be all alone in first place at the end of the night. Down to 13 seconds. At this point, I think the Rangers will go for 1. Henshin to Gable.
Well, nice hose. Who was it? 13, Morgan Sparks. I think you mentioned she was introduced an athletic type of player. Maybe doesn't score a lot of points, but there made a heads-up play on defense. Still plenty of time for the Rangers with just under 6 seconds.
Carson Henshin slashes the hoop too strong on the backboard, and she tips it up. But they all foul out her.
Her second foul.
She tried to punch it up there. So 1.8 seconds, see if the Wildcats can get a shot off. Hammer arm will throw it there. That will end our first quarter play. The Rangers 12, Minster 7. We're back with quarter number 2 here on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
One quarter in the books here on NKTelco Sports in this battle for first place in the MAC. The Rangers lead by 5.
First quarter, the Rangers hold on to a 5-point lead. A lot of time left to go, but they do score 12 points on 4 of 9 shooting from the field. Included in that, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Minster just 4 shots in the first quarter. They made 2 of them. One of those was a 3-point shot where they're 1 for 1, and they were 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So that's the kind of, and each team had 3 turnovers. I'm sorry, Minster had 5 turnovers, Knoxville 3 turnovers, so it's 5 turnovers. One of the reasons why the Wildcats just 4 field goal attempts in the first 8 minutes of action.
That's your Wagner's IJ stats and recap for the first quarter. Entry pass to Gable between 2 defenders.
Oh boy, if that's on Minster, that's your third. Maybe I'll go to the other one.
Clooney was there beside her. And it will be on Minster. She jumps. Not happy. She knows what that means.
That's her third. That is just a tough break. I mean, it looked just trying to stand still, and I don't know if she was straight up, but Gable has the offensive advantage, if you will, that Gable kind of force action, and tough break.
Claire Lamb into the ball game. The story behind that, she tore her ACL in the summer. I'm not sure if exactly this is her first game back, but she is getting into the action. So good to see her on the floor. Gable only able to get 1 of 2.
She's an 85% shooter. Gable, so a rare miss for the Rangers. See if Minster can take advantage of it and win the possession, score 2 and cut into the lead.
So Clooney being hounded, and they'll call a foul on Gable. That will be her first foul.
Again, I talk about all that aggressive defense out there. When the ball's being swung in your face, it's very easy to make contact, and they will whistle the foul against Gable. She'll pick up her first, team's third.
5 Wildcats out there was McClurg, Clooney, Sparks, Lamb, and Barhorse. So 3 of the 5 starters out there as Messer on the bench with 3 fouls. Sparks has an opening. Too strong on the layup. Rebound by Avery Henshin.
Good rebound by Henshin. Sparks, a nice move. Knoxville did the switch on defense, and Leffel never kind of caught up, if you will.
Henshin, 17-footer, goes 16. Saved, and an athletic play by Haley Fletajon.
Luckily, she had a teammate up there, because if you throw towards the enemy's basket, Minster's there, it's an uncontested layup. But yes, Gable there. Good play by Fletajon, seeing her teammate and being able to save the offensive rebound.
Nice steal there by Barhorse.
You can almost see it coming. A turnover by the Rangers, and anytime you start gathering around the basketball in the backcourt, it usually results in a foul. This time it won't go against Henshin, but it'll go against Melissa Waterman, her first, team's 4th.
Minster trying to overcome some injuries and sickness. Anna Larger, sophomore, who started some games, then out the last. Now this will be the 4th game she's missed. Also Corinne Myring out as well today, so there's 2 of them off the bench right away. Barros in some trouble, finds McClurg for the tray, too long. Waterman is a battle, Lamb comes up with it. It's a good hustle by Lamb, results in a tie-up, and the ball will stay with the Wildcats.
Good hustle play. Lamb might be a nice spark off the bench, I know the crowd's energized to see her play, and Minster scrapping around. Knoxville's not really able to extend the lead too much, but Minster, playing very physical and forcing some Ranger turnovers.
Right now they're trying to find their offense without Mesher in there, and there's a steal by Gable. Again, another case where if there's a steal and somebody's right there, you get that frustration foul.
You just can't go after the ball handler as much as you would like to. That one will go against Minster's number 32, Claire Lamb, her first. Coach Gable, taking place of Coach Hegemeyer, will take a 30 tonight.
30-second timeout gives us an opportunity. But tonight's game is brought to you by these sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Nidec Minster, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All-Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco, our fine sponsors here tonight. Also remind you to follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM in their internet-exclusive games on WCSMradio.com. All season long, your sports leader in Merced-All-Glaze County, WCSM Radio. 6:02 to go before halftime on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Rangers are up by 6.
Yeah, it's not been a very pretty game. It kind of started out a little high scoring. I almost said, man, this is a lot of points early on that I thought we would see. Things have slowed down considerably. The defenses are kind of making more of a statement now than the offenses. There have been some turnovers, some missed shots, and really not a lot has happened here in the second quarter. Just 1 point scored by the Rangers 2 minutes in, and Minster, obviously playing now without Mesher for maybe the whole rest of the half. There's a charge. Wow.
Blocking
I
foul.
thought maybe that they were there in time. Bang, bang play.
Albers maybe didn't get quite under. She didn't get centered where Hensham was, the angle I saw, but that's a bang, bang play. Referees do a good job of calling that, and a break there, that would have been the second foul, or the first foul on Hensham, as she will be back to line. She's
3 for 3 tonight.
As we jinxed her with that one as it rolls off.
65% on the season, 40 of 61.
Again, as a team, 70% for the Rangers. Year in, year out, the Rangers are pretty good foul shooters.
That's one thing you can about count on is the free throw shooting and the defense, the presence. You don't always maybe need to score a lot of points because they usually don't give up many points. And so a little 2-2-1 press here. Minster, decent job. Dave taking it, control of it, not having to even dribble, basically passing the ball and forcing the Rangers to chase.
McClurg, good spacing. As they drop to a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, good spacing by the Minster offense.
Albers will let the 3 ball go. Sparks to the rebound. Nice move. Too strong. Lamb with an offensive rebound. They will not say a tie-up. They will say a foul on number 4, Henson.
So another Ranger foul. Seems like a bunch here as of late. That'll be number 5 on the Rangers, number 1 on Henson. Ella Mesher comes in, and she got some minutes on the bench, but really the league never able to grow with her out. So they bought some time.
It's rare to see somebody come in with 3 fouls in the second quarter. You'll see them come in with 2, but 3. We'll see if the gamble pays off. You can also gamble. You're penalizing yourself by not playing her too. So.
And like I said, those first 2 fouls came in the first 52 seconds, so you almost think, but she stayed in for much of that first quarter. Went out late, came back in, got her third one here in the second, but just have to play smart.
Shot by Mesher, and she hits it just inside the arc.
Good catch and release. Never brought it down. That's a good catch, pop, and score. That's the reason why Coach Wisk probably needs her offensive ability on the floor.
Fletterjohn can't drive, give it to Gable. She fakes a long 3. Nice pass, cross court to Henson, short. Rebound, Albers. Good box out, good rebound, I should say. Minster limiting the Rangers to just 1 opportunity. Yeah, Mesher in the ball game. That's their number 1 scoring threat. The offense goes through her. She turns around, loses her footing.
Yeah, I don't think there was any contact there. She lost her balance, I would say. Looked like the Rangers played pretty much good defense, and referees agree. Gable kicks it out to Fletterjohn. Halfway through this second quarter, there's a lob underneath to Gable. Spins it in for the basket. Assist to Avery Henson. Good top down. And boy, Gable, she's like you mentioned earlier, gets enough English on the basketball to get it, to hit the rim, and always have that good rhythm, good spin to fall into a hoop. She now has 7 points in the game.
Those two among the top two in the MAC in assists between Gable and Henshin.
3.6 and 3.4.
Yeah, they work well together. Nice tipped away there by Waterman. Leffel, Barhorst will turn it over to the Rangers.
7th Minster turnover, just their second one here of the quarter, but 7 in the game. New Knoxville's committed 4.
Carson Henshin back in.
Playing just 2 fouls.
2 fouls, just her 7th game back, I believe, after suffering a finger injury.
Broken finger in a volleyball all-star match the Wednesday after the state tournament championship, so she missed about a month of the season.
Gable drives, gives it to Henshin. Avery to the hole, too strong. Gets her own rebound and puts it in.
Had an awkward finish, I thought, on her first attempt. Kind of not a good release, but boy, able to get the offensive rebound put back.
Full timeout being taken by Coach Wiss, sponsored by Precision Strip. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Crown Equipment Corporation.
Grand Lake Health.
Welcome back. Coming out of this Precision Strip timeout, Minster finds themselves down by 9 to Knoxville.
Good timeout by Coach Wiss here. Again, it's the biggest lead in the game now is 9, and you know, Minster's not out of it yet. They need some offense. They've struggled here as of late, get some quality shots off, but they have, I thought, rebounded the basketball pretty well on the offensive end. I think if they can get the shot off, they're going to have the advantage on the boards. It looks like here against a smaller, let's say, Ranger unit or a less physical Ranger unit, but a lot of time to go. Coach Wiss just didn't like the direction, the momentum, maybe the flow was going. Takes his first time out.
Coach Wiss has all 5 starters in the game as well as New Knoxville does. It's this key stretch, last 3 minutes of the first half. Sparks not able to get anywhere. Mesher in the corner. Tipped away there by Henshin. Waterman catches it.
Avery with the deflection. Waterman comes up with the steal. Good hands by Henshin deflecting a pass from a 6-foot Mesher, you know, so it's a good anticipation. A tough break for the Wildcats coming out of timeout with the turnover.
Entry pass to Henshin. Fletterjohn with the tray. Rattles around. Rebound by Albers. Did a nice job of keeping that in bounds.
Yeah, underneath the enemy's basket. You don't want to fall out of bounds and just turn and throw it back in. Good job keeping her balance and avoiding that and securing the rebound.
Boy, the passing lanes and the Rangers do a nice job of deflections on good hands. It's really, the passing lanes close very quickly against the Rangers. That Lindy Hemmelgarn checks back in the lineup, number 12. She's with the basketball, junior. Guard, get to a smaller lineup as Mesher leaves. Drive and pull up. That's blocked by Henshin. She goes down in a heap and is fouled. So with 2:02 to go, and that's a 6th foul. Still not in the 1-and-1. Be Ranger ball as they try to build on to this 9-point lead as Rebecca Leffel checks in as Carson takes a seat.
Minster foul number 14. Lily Barhorst, her first.
So 18-9. Fletterjohn now bringing the ball up. As Gable trying to post up. One of those few guards that likes to post up underneath.
Yeah, she's deceptive. She can create again inside. Doesn't maybe go up real vertical, but finds a crease.
And she finds Henson for the basket.
Not for sure how that shot. It looked like there was some hands around it. She might have finished with her left hand, but nonetheless, she finishes. 11-point lead for the Rangers.
Gable and Henson have always had a connection, classmates, especially on the basketball court, and they give the Rangers an 11-point lead. Right now, if you're the Wildcats, you don't want to fall behind New Knoxville by too much, as good as they play on defense, and that pass goes out of bounds. Well, they'll say it's tipped away. So it's deflected. Couldn't really get a look from where we were at.
Yeah, no arguments by the Rangers. I think maybe Gable got another deflection. He talked about the hands, just seemingly always active, and creates a dead ball, if you will, for the Wildcats. But a big possession. He's already down by 11. You hate to get down too deep. Mesher's on the bench.
Pass all the way over Sparks with the tray. Too strong. Long rebound to Barhorse. Another chance under a minute to go. Wildcats have been stuck on 9. They've only scored 2 points this quarter. Flutterjohn to the floor. Albert's able to keep it away from her. Pass ahead, and we'll have a foul. We'll see which Ranger that's on. That will still be the 6th foul.
Number 12, Melissa Waterman.
So Carson Henson with 2 fouls, but nobody else more than, Waterman has 2 now.
Waterman and Henson each with 2 fouls.
Sparks.
Not Gable, but Hillgorn got behind Gable, and Henson there to, stop traffic. It was in collision, but nothing called. Play on under 35 seconds out of the half.
McClurg, double team. She might have traveled.
And there'll be a foul.
Jump ball.
Usually, again, when you reach in when girls are swinging it, a lot of times you get a personal foul instead of a jump ball call, so Minster will keep possession.
All these possessions coming without Mesher on the floor, and for any team, when you lose your first option on offense, while the offense goes through her.
And a defensive player, 6 foot, rebounds well, defends well.
There's Sparks, 15-footer, too strong, or too short, left with a rebound. 16 seconds to go, plenty of time for the Rangers to set up shop here. Try to build on this 11-point lead. Gable, nice spin move, kicks it out to Henson. Puts up an off-balance shot. Rebound by McClure, down to 2 seconds. Didn't know that will end the first half of play on the First National Bank scoreboard in this battle for first place in the MAC. The Rangers 20, the Wildcats 9. We come back and we'll have our stats for the first half when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We are here, And here. And here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back. We're at halftime here at Minster High School as the home team is behind the New Knoxville Rangers on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Rangers lead by 11 with our Wagner's IGA stats and recap. Here's Mr. Jeff Henshin.
Well, thank you, Dave. We got caught off in our halftime discussions here, and Jeff forgot to add up the stats for Minster. I'm doing that right now. The Wildcats in the first half made just 3 of 12 shots from the floor, so kind of a poor percentage. It had some offensive looks, rebound buckets, but really could not convert them back into offense. They were 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So 3 of 12 for the Wildcats. From the field, New Knoxville 7 of 17. Included in them are 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, and the Rangers were 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Rebounding, Minster had 11, New Knoxville had 9. Turnovers, 8 for Minster, just 4 for the Rangers. So the 8 turnovers maybe doesn't seem like a lot, but that limits your ability to get shots off. New Knoxville, just 4 turnovers, got a lot of shots off, made some free throws, picked up 2 quick fouls against Ella Mesher to start the game, which she did play much of the first half, kind of surprising, but she had to scale it back, and then picked up later on her 3rd foul. So, Steelers are maybe a little bit more comfortable here in the second half with her playing more full speed. And just kind of a rough, slow pace. They started out a little bit offensively, Dave, but boy, things have slowed down since that time. Defenses are making more of a statement than the team's offenses right now.
Through the years, this matchup's been some pretty good basketball where Minster's had the upper hand of late. Minster's won the last 10 meetings between these two teams, counting tournament. That goes back to December 11, 2014, when New Knoxville won by 2 at the barn. Minster's knocked out New Knoxville out of the tournament the last 4 years, the last 3 years in the district final.
Yeah, and the year before that sectional final. So New Knoxville has ended their season 4 times to Minster, and a couple of those times Minster went on to win the state championship. And then one year they made it to state and the season was canceled. And then last year Minster knocked them out, but they lost to Fort Lawney, who ultimately won Division 4.
So maybe New Knoxville get some measure of revenge. Also to be said, Minster has also probably beat a lot of teams 10 in a row. They've had a very good stretch in the last few years. So right now, Rangers with the ball at the 10-point lead under the Waterman, and Melissa will be fouled and will shoot 2.
Barnhorst will pick up the foul, her second scoring in the first half. New Knoxville, Avery Henshin, 10 points. Ellie Gable, 7. Carson Henshin, 3 for their total of 20 for Minster. 5 from Katie McClurg, 2 from Lily Barnhorst, 2 from Ella Mesher, their total of 9.
Waterman rolls off on her first free throw. She's a 67% foul shooter. Second one for one of these 7 seniors on the Rangers. Buries it. A 12-point lead. Minster had 7 in the first quarter, 2 the entire second quarter. And right now they need some points.
And those 7 seem like they came early in the first quarter. So it's been a struggle. There's been no rhythm of offense for the Wildcats, and they've had some looks, they've had some nice drives. It just seems, the outside shots aren't falling, and the drives to the buckets where they've actually beaten maybe the Rangers off the dribble have not converted to points. And
Minster not a really high-scoring team, only averaged 42 points a game. And a lot of the first half without Mesher, and Albers will hit a 3.
That's much needed.
Casey Albers done a nice job of hitting her 3s this year, and that is just what the doctor ordered for the Wildcats.
Her first 3 points of the game. She's 1 of 2 from beyond 3-point range tonight, and a big basket for her.
Waterman up ahead to Henshin, and that's tipped away. Albers comes up with it. Pass ahead to Sparks. Ball is Henson knocks it into the backcourt. Messer able to get it.
Minster may have numbers here, but nope, New Knoxville able to get back. And that type of scrums or loose balls, maybe you find someone able to get an uncontested layup, but not so for the Wildcats.
Messer on the wing, playing with 3 fouls. Ballhorse also with 2 fouls. Waterman and Carson Henson with 2 fouls for the Rangers. A lot of long possessions as they're trying to get a shot, and that's a credit to the Ranger defense. Albers on a long 3 go in and out.
Huge. Uncontested. It was a little bit further deeper maybe than the normal, but boy, a nice look for a girl that can shoot the ball pretty well from that range.
Waterman in the corner. Over to Fletterjohn. Coach Gable would like to take a 30-second timeout. Brought to you by Precision Strip. Our timeout sponsor, our Stats and Recaps, brought to you by Wagner's IGA. Our live view sponsor here in Minster's Borchers Floor Center. We'll name a player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco. Starting line sponsored by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. We have our keys to the game sponsored by Keyhole Pizza in Newport. Our MVP sponsors are Clopay and Nidec Minster. Our 5-star recruitment sponsor is Crown Equipment. And on our First National Bank scoreboard, the Rangers up by 9.
Man, we got a good start. The Wildcats did. You know, getting a 3-pointer from Casey Albers. New Knoxville just 1 point so far. So, you know, it's been a good start for the Wildcats. They're going to have to get more of that rhythm offense. But if Albers can hit from the outside, that definitely will help their offense. She's capable of doing that. But New Knoxville now, their defense has been pretty good. They're going to need a bucket here to kind of squelch that rhythm that Minster's trying to start on offense.
Gable has the ball in her hands, which often how this offense runs. She's on the wing this time. Trying to work off the screen from Henson. Nothing happening there. Try it again. As they go into the corner, Waterman thought about a 3. She'll let it go. Mesher with the board. McClurg across the timeline. Minster's not able to get any transition baskets, which they got a lot of them against Audubon last Saturday.
Yeah, that helps your offense when you can knock down and get shots in transition.
Barhorse turnaround, rolls off.
That's another good shot. Barhorse, a tall, lengthy player, able to turn. That's a tough shot, turning against your body just to not get the home court bounce, if you will.
Gable can't give an opening, hands it off to Waterman. She has a 10-footer, knocks it down.
Big shot from Melissa as, you know, one of those Rangers that doesn't score a lot, just 3 points a game. She has 3 here in a quarter, and someone's got to knock down shots. It doesn't matter who it is, but if Minster's going to give you those looks, you got to drill them.
Pass down, nice pass to Ballhorse. She lost it, has to kick it out. Into the corner, McClurg did a nice job of keeping that in bounce. Back to Mesher. Try to get it down to Barhorse. There's too many Rangers around for that.
A lot of hands again. New Knoxville really had a eyeball, if you will, on where the pass was going, able to knock it away.
Rebecca Leffel with the tray. Albers with the board.
Good look for the Rangers. Becca able to hit that shot. That one doesn't go down, but again, shots like that really can make a difference in these ball games where you hit the open look.
Sparks at the elbow. Gable with the rebound. Coming up halfway through this third quarter. That goes into the backcourt. Sparks tipped it back there. Leffel. Another one tipped into the backcourt as the Rangers will retrieve and reset. Again, Coach Hagemeyer not here, out for sickness. Matt Gable is the acting head coach, if you will. Henson splits the defenders, gets her own rebound. Double team and one. Nice strong move there by Avery Henson against 2 defenders. And we'll see that. And that is the 4th foul on Ella Mesher.
And look, I see this kind of a standing there. I don't see a lot. I didn't see a lot of like physical pushing going on, but tough break for Mesher as Henson forces the foul, gets her 12th point. Mesher will sit down with 4 fouls.
Sometimes I think every player has it sometime where the whistle finds you. You're in the wrong spot at the wrong time. The fouls find you. And Henson in and out on the 3-point attempt. 3-point play, I should say. Albers, quick one, and again, tipped out of bounds by the Rangers. Claire Lamb checked in the lineup, number 32. And also Lindy Hemmelgarn, number 12, in for Coach Wiss. Coach Wiss in his 6th year, 2 state championships, 3 regional championships. Let's see, 133 and just 18 losses through the years.
Pretty impressive numbers, and of course he was part of Nan Stetschulte's staff that, for years as the assistant, or JV, or
he was the JV coach, and
so,
and now the Nan Stetschulte's has come back. She took about a year off, and now she's back on the staff, and
he's been a part of a lot of Minster girls basketball wins in one form or another, and then you add his baseball stuff in there, Dave. He knows how to win.
Yeah.
Gets a lot out of his players.
Again, a long possession. Minster's unable to find many open shots against this Ranger defense. There's Lamb on the wing. Again, Mesher's on the bench with 4 fouls. And as a pass will go out of bounds and a turnover to the Rangers.
Long possession results in a turnover, and Minster and New Knoxville does get steals. They average quite a few steals a game, but also they just basically force the offense to make a mistake or force something once you don't get something going in rhythm.
Fletter John brings it up. Waterman in the corner. Double team in some trouble.
Got a timeout to help bail out the tie-up.
Heads up play there by acting coach Matt Gable. On this precision strip timeout, we'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Coming out of this precision strip timeout, the Rangers still in control as they lead by 13 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
Defense, again, dominant play, if you will, for the Rangers. They've not really let Wildcats get going on offense. The Rangers doing just enough on offense, if you will, to kind of muscle in some shots. But it's been a struggle offensively for both teams, and but credit the defense was just forced the Wildcats into a number of long possessions.
Rangers 12-1 on the season. Their only loss was way back to the 3rd game of the season. A very good St. Mary's squad. They lost by 3. They've won 10 since that time.
Had a chance to win that game late and missed a baseline jumper to take the lead, and had a shot at the buzzer, a 3-pointer to try to tie, but just did not get it to drop to force overtime. So a tough loss to a good St. Mary's team.
Nice move there by Avery Henson. Stretches the lead to 15 for the Rangers.
14 points in the game for the senior Avery Henson, who averages 12.7.
Lamb passes it out of bounds. She was looking for a zig, and the teammate zagged. So Rangers ranked 9th in the state in Division 4.
Going to have some tough tests coming up this season, halfway through basically. Nice move by Gable.
Banks it, it rolls off.
But a lot of tough competition left to play for the Rangers.
They got Legacy Christian coming up next Tuesday, a team that was on the schedule last couple of years, I think.
Just last year, they picked them up and lost by 2 points to Legacy Christian there, and then the home and home. They come back to Knoxville this year. 30-second timeout called by Coach West.
When looking ahead on that, they Legacy Christian on Tuesday, then they have Delphi St. John, and then they play the number 1 team, Fort Laramie, who's been
very good,
losing a lot of good players. Have just been rolling teams. Then after that, they have a MAC game at Parkway, a Parkway team that I think they were 9-2 before they lost to Minster, which was a battle the whole way. They're a very fine team. Then they play Walpole, it's a strong team. Rushy team after that. They end the season with Well, let's see. They have 4 in a row on the road. Then they play in the good New Bremen team as well.
Yeah, so like I said, had a stretch where, per the schedule, the competition, Rangers dominated them. It's just what it is. Looking ahead, you got some teams that put together some very good marks as we got something to judge them by now. It's hard to judge first couple games this season whether or not teams are really good, but as you get down towards the latter part, teams are putting up a lot of stats, if you will, and you know if they've won a lot of games, they're a pretty good team. So a difficult road, or a tough road still remains for New Knoxville.
Lob to Barhorse off the assist by Albers.
Nice pass by Albers. Had to throw it enough, but not too much. New Knoxville's backside defense about a half step late, and Barhorst, 5'10", able to keep it above her head and get the shot to drop.
Gable goes up and under. Can't get it to roll. Minster's basket, only the second field goal this quarter.
But a chance here to score back-to-back possessions. I know it seems, not that big a deal, but a bucket here could cut it to 11 or throw it away, but they need to get consecutive possession scoring.
Yeah, even to get it underneath 10 here going in the fourth quarter.
And make things happen. You just have to be about single digits to have a decent chance, and shots drop. New Knoxville misses a bucket here or there. Next thing you know, it's down to 6 or 7. Then things get a little bit more interesting. So big possession here. New Knoxville's missed their last 2 attempts. See if they can cash in and increase their 13-point lead.
Leffel.
They'll turn it over.
Double dribble. We talked about their schedule at the end. Early in the season, they had a couple big wins. Knoxville started off with the Botkins team. Pretty good team. And then they had a big league victory as they knocked off Marion Local.
Came from behind. Down 5 late in the game, midway through the fourth quarter, and just found a way to win on the road.
And there's another steal by the Rangers.
5th turnover of the quarter for the Wildcats. 13th turnover of the game. Final 30-plus seconds here. See if New Knoxville again pulls it out, runs a high flex, and maybe milks it down for the last shot to go ahead by at least 13 going into the fourth quarter.
Waterman. Over to Flutter-John to Henson. Back door to Gable. Coach Wiss saw it before anybody else did.
I heard him yell back door, and I believe the pass came from
Henson.
So another assist for her and a good cut by Gable. And maybe caught Minster asleep and thinking they were going to take the last shot.
Down to 3 seconds. I'm not sure Minster realizes that. They will not get a shot off. We go to the fourth quarter of play. The Rangers in control, up by 15. You're watching high school basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes.
As we go to the fourth quarter, 29-14 Rangers.
Well, again, strong defense by the Rangers. They outscore the Wildcats only by 4, so New Knoxville's been playing good defense, but Minster is not too shabby either. Just 9 points for the Rangers, 5 for the Wildcats. New Knoxville, 4 of 8 from the field. Of those 8 shots, 0 of 2 from three-point line. Minster just 5 attempts. They make 2 of those attempts, 2 of 5, which include 1 of 2 from three-point line, and they had it down to maybe 9, but now it's at 15, 8 minutes to go in the ball game, another turnover to start the quarter. So, Minster needs to find something positive and build on it, and that was not a good way to start the quarter.
Rangers for the season average 48, so they're at 29 right now. And there's Flutter-John with the open lane, and then for the layup.
Breakdown on the Wildcat defense. Flutter-John takes advantage of it. Good ball handler and finishes for her first 2 points, and that was probably the most open shot the Rangers have had, without being fouled or contested.
Through the years, these are usually defensive struggles between Minster and New Knoxville. If you get to 40, you're happy. Nobody gets close to 50.
When Coach Stetschulde was playing, I remember some of those games, the joke was first one above like 35, like you said, just low-scoring ball games.
Lamb on the block, and she will be fouled.
Waterman will pick up her third foul. Lamb, like you said, just enters the game for Mesher earlier in the game, coming back from an injury, a chance here to score her first points of the game.
If I recall, she tore her ACL. I heard about it early in the summer, so it's been 6, 7, 8.
That's a quick return.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on that, but just to see her on the floor, especially a senior, to get back on the floor is great. Not able to cash in from the free throw line.
Rangers scored the last possession on the layup for Flutterjohn. See once they can, make the deficit more, make it more difficult for the Wildcats.
Gable hands it off to Flutterjohn into some traffic.
Yeah, she ran right into Albers, and Albers will get the foul called on her. It's one of those things, a whistle,
it's like, what did I do wrong? She dribbled into me, but it was
contact, and sometimes I don't know what you would have called nothing, but then if you call nothing, well, it was contact. It's tough. Those are tough plays to officiate.
Gable with the tray.
Gable now with 12 points in the game. Her first made three-pointer of the game, her 24th of the season. 42% shooter from three-point range for Ella Gable. Very good percentage from that range.
And the lead now at 20. Underneath the Lamb. They'll lob it over to Mesher. She'll drive baseline, and there's Flutterjohn in the passing lane.
Good collapsing defense again. I thought Mesher had an avenue and tried to stop at baseline. Flutterjohn did a nice job filling the void and coming up with the turnover.
I'm not sure if Coach Hagemeyer is watching or listening to the game, but he would be very happy with how the Rangers are playing defense tonight.
Yeah, again, very solid tonight. Offensively hasn't been too bad. Again, Minster, you can still play good defense. Whether or not you can put the ball in the basket, and that's part of the game. And Minster's, made New Knoxville work. They haven't had many breakdowns, and Knoxville's probably going to be held under their scoring average tonight.
There's Albers on the wing. Just not very many open shots, not very many easy passing lanes.
There's another one. And a foul. So Claire Lamb picks up her second foul following the steal by Avery Henson.
Speaking to Coach Hagemeyer, in his 17th year, going into the season, 254 wins, all-time winningest coach in New Knoxville history, past Roger Stauffer. I think last year, year before.
Yeah, I've wrote that down too. Roger Stauffer was the most winningest coach, but now Coach Hagemeyer owns that. Coach Stauffer led the Rangers back in 1947 to the Class B state runner-up tournament. So there's a shot missed by Henson.
As a turnover there. Sparks comes up with a steal.
Good hands by the Wildcats.
Three ball. Casey Albers.
That's her second made triple of the night. She's 2 for 4 from that range, and again, didn't need a lot of room. She kind of caught it and got rid of it pretty quick. That's a good-looking shot.
She's developed that because she was always a pretty good post player in JV. I don't recall her shooting many threes on JV, but she's had some games where she had some nice three-point shots.
5'9", stepping out a little bit, can play inside, outside, but
Flutterjohn to the hoop. Sparks of the rebound.
No chance here for the Wildcats. 17 down. Long way to go if they can get creative. And I think they're going to say New Knoxville touched it.
So we'll stay on the Minster side. Minster back in action. They're at Marion next Thursday. They're in a heck of a stretch right now. They had Parkway. A Thursday ago, they had Audubon as Barhorse, tough shot on them. And then they had tonight against New Knoxville at Marion Local. Then they play Tri-Village here on Saturday, a new team on the schedule. Then they play St. Mary's. So all those, some quality teams there, every one of them there. And Gable's open, and Henson finds her.
Knoxville. I wonder if they would milk the clock a little bit. They hadn't scored. Minster had put some points on the board, but Henson found Gable, and Gable finished. More importantly, the finish by Gable, the assist by Henson, but Knoxville elects to go at it and score with the, let's say, easy look there versus running some clock to kind of slow down the Minster momentum that they've put up here. There was a double dribble maybe, but Minster's scored in consecutive possessions.
Albers to the hoop. Nice move.
Yeah, that's 7 straight points for the Wildcats. That matches almost what they had the entire game coming in, to the first 3 quarters. But some good offense here late. Time becoming an issue if the Wildcats are going to make a serious effort. They still trail by 15, but you never know.
3.5 to go. It's Erica Rudock into the game, number 11 for the Rangers. Gable to the hoop, and that's just not away. Albers. And Gable will tie her up, and they're going to call a foul on.
But here's a critical point. 3:15 to go. 15-point lead. Minster's been on the aggressive, if you will, offensive momentum, and Coach Gable will take timeout.
You're watching high school basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber. Hilsman Automotive.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Coming out of this precision strip timeout called by New Knoxville in this battle for the first place in the MAC, and there looks like they'll be all alone in first place as they lead by 15 late.
I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon yet, Dave. There's a 15-point lead. New Knoxville has struggled here a little bit. Some missed shots. They're playing without Carson Henson now. He's been out with the injury she got in the second quarter. So Minster's put the ball in the basket here the last 3 possessions. Nothing's guaranteed yet. Advantage New Knoxville has is they might be able to kill some clock because they have some ball handlers. But see once here what type of offense if Minster can get some points on the board.
Clooney down to Barhorst. Drives through the lane, guarded by Henson.
Look how she doubles her
back her down, yeah. Niemeyer.
Well, they have a mismatch now. They can find Barhorst.
And there's Albers with another tray. That's off the mark.
That would have been big.
Rudock came up with the rebound.
Now maybe the Rangers a little bit of room, but boy, Minster had scored 3 possessions in a row, and that one would have cut it down to 12. Again, not much time left for the Wildcats, and Rangers will run some clock here, force Minster to play some defense and hope for a breakdown and maybe then a good easy look at the basket.
Fletterjohn guarded by Jaden Clooney. Gable back with the ball, guarded by Sparks. Cut by Waterman, but she lost the handle and it goes out of bounds.
So the Rangers commit their 4th turnover of the quarter.
Pair of threes come into the game. Number 3, Rebecca Leffel, and number 3, Megan Wiss for the Wildcats. One of 6 seniors on this team. Sparks will bring the ball up. It's McClurg out of the ball game. There's Clooney, another senior, working off the screen. Clooney, the senior on the center on the volleyball team this year. Turnaround by Albers.
She's had a nice quarter. Rangers fouled her in the act of shooting. She's come up bigger in the second half. Scoreless in the first half. Now has 3, 6, 8, 10 points all here in the second half. One above her season average. So maybe a little bit too late, but obviously Casey Albers, a 5'9" junior, ability to score.
So 1:42 to go on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Rangers up by 13. Leffel with the basketball. Gives it to Waterman. Minute and a half to go to be all alone in the MAC. Oh, in the MAC, this is also big with tournament seeding as you go along here.
That'll be coming up a couple weeks. Last Sunday in January, I think, is the tournament draw. You know, we're basically halfway through January, so a couple weeks. Again, some big games coming up for the Rangers, and so definitely will maybe, you know, if they continue to win, obviously we'll.
They got the inside track of the number one right now. You got Minster in the mix, Marion, New Bremen. I think Parkway sometimes Division 3. I don't know for sure. Lately, I think they've been Division 3 in girls, but we'll see. And I think the district goes north this year, from what I understood.
The winner of the district will go to North Regional, correct?
Yes. So then it'll be into the backcourt. It'll be over and back, and they're going to say there was somebody tipped it there. Knoxville doesn't know how to call, but you can take it in stride when you're just 43 seconds to go. And
fifth turnover though. So again, things not real clean for New Knoxville here in the fourth quarter. They've scored 7 points. Wildcats have come up with 3, 5, 7, 9. So, obviously the big lead for New Knoxville coming into the final quarter. They can maybe lose this fourth quarter, if you will. But Minster made it tough. New Knoxville was going to prevail, but it had to work for it. It was not a cakewalk.
Shot up by Albers. Rebound by Leffel. As tipped away, it will stay for New Knoxville. New Knoxville will go to 13-1, and more importantly, 5-0 to go in first place in the MAC. The Rangers are back in action. They played Legacy Christian at home, so we'll have that game streamed on NKT.TV. Minster goes to 9-5. They will play at Marion. Always a good rivalry. That will be next Thursday. So as the last seconds tick off, congratulate the New Knoxville Rangers, victorious by a score of 36-23 in our First National Bank scoreboard. Jeff and I will be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our New Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Welcome back. Jeff still totaling up the numbers as New Knoxville defeats the Wildcats 36-23 on our First National Bank scoreboard. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Allglaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Don't forget our MVP sponsors, Clopay and Nidec Minster. I'd like to appreciate our sponsors that make these games possible, all the games that we stream on NKT.TV and all our full production games. We are most appreciative of our sponsors. Also a reminder to follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM. Their internet exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season long. Our partners, the sports leader in Mercer and All-Glaze County, WCSM Radio. Minster falls to 9-5 overall, 4-1 in the MAC. They will travel to the hangar at Marion Local on Thursday, so they get a week off. That's always a big rivalry game. Marion in the mix also. They were just one game behind in the league standings. New Knoxville, they now have won their 11th straight game. They will have the weekend off, and they will have 3 straight home games starting on Tuesday. They play Legacy Christian, a fine team they've picked up the last couple years. We will have that game streamed on NKT.TV. Jeff will be on the call on that game, and then after that they play Delphos St. John, and then they play number 1 Fort Lauderdale. All those games are home, so that means they're on our Key Motion, our NKT.TV. Like you often say, check your local listings. And now for the Wagner's IGA stats and recap, Mr. Jeff Henshin.
Thank you, Dave. Shooting in the game for the Minster Wildcats, they finished the game 9 of 23 from the field. Included in those 23 shots, they made 3 of 8 3-pointers. New Knoxville 14 of 29 from the field, just under 50% overall. Included in that, New Knoxville 2 of 6 from 3-point range. Minster connected on 2 of 5 free throws. New Knoxville hit on 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Rebounding, Minster pulled down 17 rebounds. New Knoxville had 16 turnovers. Minster committed 16 turnovers, and New Knoxville had 11. Scoring in the game for the Wildcats, 10 points from Casey Albers, 5 from Katie McClurg, 6 from Lily Barhorse, 2 from Ella Mesher, their total of 23. For New Knoxville, Avery Henshin and Ellie Gable each with 14 points, 3 from Melissa Waterman, 3 from Carson Henshin, 2 from Haley Futterjohn, their total of 36.
Good win for the Rangers. First time I've been able to see the Rangers in person, and they were as good as I thought they would be. A lot of the hallmarks of New Knoxville through the years. Good defense and then great movement on offense results in victories.
Got it done. The defense again was good. That's 23. It's a point or so below the season average they've been giving up. It's 24.7. Yeah. So that continues to be good. The offense, 36 points tonight. The free throw shooting, 6 of 11. It still was a struggle, I thought, offensively. I mean, Minster made them work. New Knoxville wasn't perfect on offense by any stretch, but made enough shots and got it done. The defense really frustrated Minster's offense, and that helped, I think, overplay or take advantage of some of New Knoxville's, I should say, offensive weakness tonight. But in the end, New Knoxville just better in about all aspects of the game, and when you check mark all those categories, good chance you're going to come out on top on the scoreboard.
And you're on top of the MAC right now with 5-0 all alone, as you're ahead of it. Minster by 1, and Marion, New Bremen, and Parkway right in the mix. I'm not sure what all those teams did. Our player of the game tonight, number 4 for the Rangers, Avery Henshin.
She finishes with 14 points. That tied the team lead tonight with Ellie Gable, but Avery got him off with 5 quick points in the first quarter, had a number of rebounds, and had some couple of assists. She fed Gable underneath for some nice looks as well. Was on the floor, good hands on defense, causing and creating some deflections that resulted in some steals. Another Rangers played well tonight. Again, defensively, the team played well, and Avery able to, if you will, keep Ella Mesher to 2 points. And Mesher didn't play a lot of the game with the foul troubles, but they were matched up early on and kind of went at her and got the benefit of the whistle, picking up some fouls against her as well, that kind of limits your ability to be 100%, if you will. But congratulations to Avery Henshin, the 5'10 senior, our NKTelco player of the game.
Congratulations to the Rangers. They also snapped a 10-game losing streak that they had to the Wildcats that dates back to December of 2014. So wish both teams good luck ahead. I'd like to thank my partner, Jeff Henshin. I'm Dave Konapke. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in on NKT.TV. Thanks for watching here on NKTelco Sports.